Welcome back to our podcast, Life Under the Moon. I am your host, Sammy B, and today we are celebrating a very special new moon. We are celebrating the solar eclipse in Aries new moon, which is humongous energy because, as you know, Aries is the first zodiac sign. It's the first on the wheel, which means brand new start. We just started a brand new season, a brand new year. In a sense, it's completely brand new. If you are wanting to restart your 2025 intentions on January 1st that you made, now is the perfect time. It is brand new year, and it's March, it's spring. It's literally the best time to really create a brand new year. Screw January 1st. We don't need that. We need now. We need Aries season. We don't need some silly calendar. We need what's real. We need the stars. We need the thing that we cannot change. Calendars were created by humans. The stars were not. So this is a very special eclipse. There are a few things I want to read to you that I read in the Moon Omens article, and this isn't sponsored, but you're more than welcome to go check them out. They are full of information and knowledge. One of the quotes that I love that they said is, "We must take an active role in our lives to create the reality we aspire to experience." Amen. Am I right? We must take an active role in our own lives to create the reality we aspire to experience, which basically means we're the architect of our own life. Isn't that the truth? Isn't that what we always talk about? It's something that seems too easy, too good to be true. And nobody really realizes that if you just imagine your dream life, what's stopping you? Like, for real, what's stopping you? If you say money, then maybe what you want isn't in full alignment. Like if you're saying, I wish I had a mansion. So you're saying, if I could imagine I had a mansion, well, that's not going to happen because I don't have the money, Sammy B. Well, listen, why do you want a mansion? Like, why do you want a house that big? What's going to happen when you move into it? Then you're going to want a better car, and you're going to want this, and you're going to want that. We need to be happy with nothing. That is really the ultimate goal in life. And once we can be happy with nothing, then everything else falls into place and everything else can happen for us. That is the secret. So if you're saying, well, if I imagine I want a mansion and I don't get one, you're wrong. No, it's because you're not happy with what you already have. So until you start showing the universe gratitude and thankfulness and grace, I don't think you'll be getting that mansion anytime soon. I'm not saying that everybody with a mansion is happy without one. Obviously, some people are just born lucky or blessed. But my point is, you really are the creator of your own life. And what you imagine and what you really, truly desire, you can achieve. And I'm telling you, you can. Because we are all one. We are the universe. And the universe wants nothing but the best for us. This solar eclipse in Aries opens the door to entirely new reality. One that just months ago may have seemed unimaginable. And when I read that, it tells me that, as you guys know, eclipses are times to let go of what's old, let go of what we no longer need, and to begin something new. But this one is more powerful because it's at the very beginning of a brand new astrological year. So it basically has full power to allow you, if you truly let it, to let go and to start new. And I have recently gone through something very personal that I've been going through for about 5 years now. Maybe not 5 years, 3 years? Yeah, 3 years. That I had no idea how I could let it go, and it was controlling my life, and it was really hurting my soul, my spirit. And just recently I somehow let it go, and maybe this has something to do with it, maybe not, but let me tell you, I actually had somebody tell me, "You seem happier," and I haven't had someone say that to me in a very long time, like years. So obviously something changed, and big enough for other people to notice. And I mean, it's deep inside me. I know something changed. I'm a completely different person than when I was, a week ago. But this full this well, it's a partial eclipse. This partial eclipse and new moon is a very powerful one. So if you're asking what kind of energies or things can I do right now the best thing you can do is find something that you really truly want to release, whether it's a sickness, pain, something to do with health, mindset, a relationship, anything. This is the time. If you truly want it gone, you need to tap into your universal power and allow it to release so you can begin something new. So, jumping onto the theme that we are speaking about with the whole you are the creator of your own life and take an active role to create the life you aspire. Well, let me tell you a little bit of a story. Unfortunately, my yard got broken into on this past weekend, and I live on an acreage completely surrounded by forest and field, and it's secluded and it's beautiful. But where I live, it's unfortunate that I have to say that there is a term called crime season, and it is crime season where I'm living. It's winter's done and it's spring, and the scum of the earth is crawling out of the woodworks, as we say. And basically they have no intention to be good, and they will hurt you, they will kill you, they will steal from you, and they will take anything they can, and they don't have a heart. They don't care. And it is crime season, and that is what I am unfortunately experiencing. And the last time this happened, it took me a full year before I was able to properly sleep again. And here I am reliving my nightmare, and it's just a terrifying thing that nobody ever on this planet should ever have to go through. So basically, where I live, it is extremely high crime. It is the highest crime in Canada, and it's kind of hard to talk about because it's just really a shame that there is this in the world. And it is amazing that the universe creates so much what seems like darkness and pain for us light workers to experience. But I guess that's why we're here. That's what makes us strong. That's what changes us. It's just unfortunate. I wish it couldn't be that. I wish it was different, but here we are in the middle of dealing with this, and I'm talking to a very close family member of mine, and I said to them, I am going to begin the process of moving because, like I said, this happens minimum once a year, and I'm not having any of it, and it's getting worse. It's absolutely getting worse, 100%. And my family member said, you can't move. You can't let them win. Just because there's crime everywhere. You can't leave. You're not supposed to go. Just stay here. You're fine. Everything's fine. Just stay. And that really bothered me because I don't feel like that person had my best intention at heart when they said it. Where I live, a lot of people try to escape. They move away because, like I said, the crime is the worst in Canada here. And the ones that leave, they go and make a life for themselves somewhere else. I'm going to admit this to you. I was one of those people that when a friend left, I would be, I guess, without realizing it, a little bit jealous in a way that they left and I didn't, whether it's because I didn't have the opportunity or I didn't make the opportunity. Because, I mean, it's not, some people are really lucky and sometimes you really have to work for what you want, but, or some people just don't have the courage to leave, right? You were born here, raised here, your parents, your grandparents, everyone's here. So you feel like it's wrong to leave because your family guilt trips you and makes you feel like you can't go anywhere. I don't know if anyone has ever experienced that. I personally have a very overbearing family, like very, well, I'm sure you could tell, like, if I mentioned moving, it would literally be the end of the world to them. And to make someone feel like they're forced to stay in a location where they feel so completely unsafe is just not right. And the reason why I want to talk to you about this is because I'm sure I'm not the only one who has had something like this happen to them, where they wanted to do something better with their life and close friends and family made them feel like they couldn't or shouldn't. And so you don't. And you stay home and you stay at working at that job for another year that you just absolutely hate. And you stay living in that house that keeps getting broken into, and you keep driving the same car that keeps getting broken down because they say don't sell it. And you do what other people tell you to do because that's what they want. But I'm here to tell you today that this is not the case. It doesn't matter what they say. You can listen to them. Absolutely, you can listen to their opinion. But they are not right. It doesn't matter what they say. Because the right thing to do is to listen to you. Your gut, your opinion. You need to do what's right for you, and it does not matter what anyone else thinks, whether it's your mom, your grandma, your dad, your grandpa, your best friend. It doesn't matter who is telling you, because they aren't thinking clearly. They don't have your best intentions at heart. And when I was talking to this person, it was actually kind of hypocritical because they said, we used to live in the city, but we moved because the crime was too high. And I thought to myself, well, you just told me, I mean, I just said the same thing. Where I'm living on this acreage, the crime is too high. I want to move. But you said, no, that's not the right answer. But you did the same thing because that's what was right for you. That was right for your family. But I can't do the same thing because you're afraid to see me go. You're afraid to see me leave. And I want to bring awareness to this topic because I'm certain I am not the only person on this planet that has dealt with something like this. And I want to give you the strength, my friend, to conquer it, to get through it, because it's not going to be easy. One tip I do have for you is from my best friend, my closest person. They recently not only left the city, they actually left the country, and they are so much happier. And let me tell you, if I would have known he was going to move, I would have been so sad. Just like these other people in my life who are so sad to hear that I want to leave and I'm going to leave. I would have been heartbroken. But you know what he did? And here's the tip. He lined everything up. He packed everything up, and he left without telling anybody except for those that needed to know, such as his employer, his current work employer. He gave his 2-week notice, and he let the people know where he was moving to because they needed to know. But as for family and close friends, he didn't even tell me because only the people that needed to know found out when he was going. And after he moved is when he told his family and friends. And you might be thinking, well, why would he do that? It's to avoid what happened to me. All I said was, I think I need to get out of here. I'm definitely not happy here. I don't feel safe here and I want to move. Well, my family members said in an hour-long phone call, they brought it up probably 8 times to not move. And, it's pretty frustrating because I get it. It's their opinion. But their opinion doesn't matter. And it just doesn't make me feel very good when people just don't have your best intentions at heart. And I know that they love me with all their heart, but they're not seeing why I want to go. And they don't see that the best option is for me to go. And I feel it deep in my heart. And I know that nobody would understand that except myself. So you don't have to explain yourself to anybody. You don't have to answer to anybody but yourself. So a tip I can offer you is to get all your ducks in order, line everything up, do the move, get your deposit down, and move before you tell anybody, because if you do tell people that you know that aren't going to support your dream, they're just going to try to hold you back, and they might even succeed. And it's just not worth the fight. It's not worth it, because this is your life. This is your reality. This is your experience, not theirs. It doesn't matter what they think. Let them think what they think. They're going to think what they think no matter what you say. So just go do you. And I know it might be easier said than done, but I want you to know that you're not stuck. You're not trapped. That you have every single opportunity. You have every right to do what you need to do to create your best life. The life that you are going to be living. The life that you came down to earth to live. And if your heart wants something, don't deny it that. If you need to move, if you want to move cities, but you're afraid, that's okay. It's okay to be afraid, but don't let people hold you back. And I know it's harder when it's friends and family. I get it. I've been here. I am there. But I need you to know that you are safe to do whatever you need to do to follow your heart and your soul. As long as you have pure good intentions, it'll work out for you. But you don't need to tell the whole world what you're going to do if you know it's going to cause pain and heartache and frustration and anger and bad feelings in relationships. And I know that there are some people that I cannot tell that I'm going to leave, because unfortunately I don't think some of my family relationships will be very healthy after I go, but that's their choice. That's not because of you. That's them not understanding and respecting your wishes. This is your life. It is not theirs, and nobody has the right to control you. So don't let them think otherwise. Don't let them convince you what your heart doesn't want, because you know what your heart wants. You know what your soul needs. I hope that this episode gives you the courage to make a huge change that you've been really wanting to for a long time. And for me, I've always known that where I'm living today isn't my forever home. I've known that for a very long time. I have been living here for 4 years, and I know eventually I'm going to leave. I know that. But I didn't know I'd be here for 4 years. I thought maybe 2. But then another one passes, and then another 2 years passes. And what's going to happen is 4 years will pass, and then 10, and then 25. When is the right time? And for me, I'm getting a lot of signs from the universe that says it is time. It is time for me to go. And the more people I tell, the harder it is, because they don't want me to go. So no matter what you have going on in your life, if there's something that you've been wanting to do but you're too afraid, or your friends and family convinced you that it was a bad idea, I need you to find the courage in your heart, because I know it's there. And I want to give you a sign that this is your sign, that courage is there, and you have the heart, and you have the soul, and you have the power to make that change. That big change, you have the power. I am telling you, it is there. It's always been there. You just have to want it. You have to want it so bad. And I promise you that if you find that magic inside of you, anything is possible. And I really hope that this podcast can help change your life for the better. Because I know how hard it is to go through life not hearing the things that I'm telling you. When I was growing up, I would have loved to listen to a podcast like this. Because there were so many times I felt so alone. And I just felt like I was the only person in the world that felt the way I did. But if I would have had something like this podcast, to tell me, no, you're right. You're right. It doesn't matter what other people think. You are right. You are on the right path. You are exactly where you need to be. You have the courage inside of you. You are smart enough. You are brave enough. you are enough, oh, I feel like life would have been just a little bit easier. So this is why I make this podcast, for you, to help you find the strength to fight for what you really believe in. And I know that life isn't easy, and it is a fight. It is a fight to survive. It's a fight to live. It's a fight to be happy. It's a fight to be healthy. It's a fight. It ain't easy. That's why we're here. But I do hope that I can help change your life. Even if I could help someone in the smallest way, it would mean the world to me, and so much more. A small example of me following my dreams despite what other people said. When I wanted to start my own business, the only support I had for my dream was my boyfriend. Not my friends, not my family. 0 people in my life believed in me. And it was like that for years. Even when I started my business, I was made fun of, I was teased, I was bullied, I was ridiculed for years. And I've been running my business successfully for coming on 7 years now. And eventually the bullying stopped because, like I said, it's been 7 years. And in a silent way, it said, I told you so. It said, I don't care if you don't believe in me. I'm not going to give up on myself. I'm not going to give up on my dream, because this is what I want. This is my heart. This is my soul. And because that's in my heart and soul, I cannot fail. I won't fail. And I didn't have the support of, realistically, the people who are supposed to be the most important people in my life. I had no support. None. 0. I had discouraging words going into my ears all the time. And at any point I could have stopped and listened and gave up, but I chose not to. Because everybody will have their voice. Everybody will have their opinion. You can't stop that. That's them. That is their choice. You have to respect them and their life and their thoughts and their words. All you can do is focus on yourself. Focus on you. Focus on what you need to be doing, what you need to do for yourself to live your best life, to answer your calling, because we're all here for a reason. And a lot of us, probably most of us, are not living in our true alignment because we're not given that freedom. We're not given that chance or support like I am for you right now, saying, this is it. This is your chance. This is for you to go and just take that leap that you've always wanted to. Quit your job. You don't have to stay in your job if it makes you so unhappy, because you're clearly not living in alignment. And once you quit, your dream job might be waiting right around the corner. And the scariest things are the most beautiful, because, like I said, the universe has our best intentions at heart. And when you believe that, even though it's scary, it makes it a little bit easier. And I'm telling you, from someone who did not have the guts to quit my own job to start my own business, you know what the universe ended up doing? I got let go from my first job. Then I found another job. Guess what happened? I got let go. And it was at that point, because I didn't hear the universe the first time, when it knew that what I really wanted was to create my own business. And I knew I could do it. I had everything that it took. But I didn't have the guts to do it. I didn't have the support. I didn't have the courage. I didn't have the bravery. I didn't have it yet. I wasn't strong enough. And the second time I got let go, I knew that it's time. This is the time. And that's when I began. And the universe gave me that push. I think I've talked to you about this in previous episodes, that at the time, being let go of a job was the most devastating thing. And it turns out it was actually the most beautiful thing, because it allowed me to create the life of my dreams. So when devastating things happen, There's always a bright side. It just might take you some time to find it. Even the hardest things, I promise you, it will get better. So I hope that with this podcast, you can take any small amount of courage to put into your heart. And I want to send you all of my love to you, right to your heart, right to your soul. If you close your eyes and let's do a small new moon solar eclipse meditation together. So if you're not driving or anything like that, just it's super short, so just take a second out of your day right now. Close your eyes, get comfy, and just breathe. And imagine that you are the only person on this entire planet. There's nothing else going on in the background. There's no job to think about because it doesn't exist. There's no people. There's no animals. There's nothing. It's just you sitting here on your couch or a chair or your car, not driving, parked, or on a walk. Just you walking in the forest if you're walking. And just you. Nothing else matters, just you. Do you feel any stresses being removed from your mind? Do you feel a little bit more lighter, relaxed? Those deadlines that have been on your mind for weeks, yeah, they don't exist anymore. Just gone. Or that family function that you don't want to go to this weekend. Oh, no, nothing exists right now. It's just you, okay? Just us, just you. If you can feel your stresses melting away, the weight of the world, the busyness of the world, this is what I want you to take with you when you make choices, when you're doing the dishes. I want you to take little pauses throughout the day to remind you that you are you, that you are a one-man army, a one-woman army. You are you. And that we will always have the weight of the world and the distractions always around us, because that is how we have created the earth to be. There will always be deadlines. There will always be people who bother us or bully us or stress us out. Projects, chores, everything. Hard work, difficult situations, pain, frustration, anger. But this little secluded moment that we have walked through today, I want you to remember that you can take a second out of your day, any time, to just imagine for one moment that it's just you. And when you do that, that's when you can really focus on what really matters, because now you're not distracted by the outer world or society or anything. Now, if it's just you, you got to focus on what's in you, what's in your heart, what's in your mind. It's really freeing. It's a really beautiful meditation to use, because we forget how important it is to have our own backs. I want you to take one breath with me, the biggest breath that you've taken all day so far, and hold it and release slowly and deeply. And smile, even if you don't feel like it. Just 1 second, throw a smile on your face and open your eyes, blink them open, and try to find just the smallest amount of gratitude for something to be grateful for right now in this moment. Just like that. Boom. Done. Just a small piece of gratitude. Because we just rush through life and we forget that we've rushed to this exact moment. So let's try to take seconds for ourselves to realize that this is the life that we created, the moment that we're sitting in. We've prayed for this moment. We've prayed to be alive. We've prayed for safety. We've prayed for love. We've prayed for our home. We've prayed for everything. We have wished for the life that we are sitting in right now. And even if you're going through a difficult time, I promise you that you will get through it, because I believe in you and you are so strong. This is the part of the podcast coming to an end where we take a listener's wish and we manifest for their wish to come true. So don't be shy. Leave a wish in the comments and let's collectively wish for the most beautiful new moon for everybody on this world to experience. Yes, I said everybody. And let's hope that it can bring a little bit more love into everybody's hearts. Because let me tell you, a lot of us could use it. Some more than others. And we need to want the best for the world, no matter what. So I wish you guys the best new moon, eclipse. And with that being said, let's go manifest our dreams with our life under the moon.